89.1 WYBF. Sorry to cut that song from New Kingston short, but we do have them on the line.
Hey.
Just fresh off sound check. Let me tell you a little bit about New Kingston. They are a brothers band. They are Tahir on keys, Courtney Jr. on drums, Stefan on guitar, and their father, Courtney Sr. on bass. Their albums span from In the Streets from 2010, Kingston University in 2013, latest release from 2014, Kingston City, and performing tonight in Seattle, Washington at the Showbox. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you New Kingston. Guys, how are you doing?
Yes, we're doing good. We're all here just getting ready, taking our time right now, you know?
Yeah, so, guys, I have to ask, who came up with the name? Because that's a great name, New Kingston.
Funny story, man. Simple and easy. Our father, Courtney Ponchan, he had his group called the Kingston Crew. So we are the new generation. That's why we are New Kingston. We're the New Kingston, you know?
Yeah, that's really cool. So,
yes, I.
The story goes, you guys were young, you guys would do covers, and you practice, and your dad would force you into going to the room to play music. I was wondering, Courtney Sr., sir, when did you get your start in music?
Oh, he's not here, though.
Oh.
We're all getting, but I can answer those questions. This is Courtney, the drummer, right here.
Okay.
I can answer most of the questions. You know, I'm taking the time because I got ready early. You know, I'm ready. We're about to go on stage shortly. Well, he always tells us the story about when he was 21, when he picked up the guitar.
Wow.
That was his first. But in Jamaica, his percussion was his first instrument. So he used to play a lot of drum circles and everything because the Congos, that was his first instrument.
So I want to talk about the new album, Kingston City, because to me this is just a masterpiece. There's not one song that is bad. Everything is smooth, and I had the feeling that the idea, the ethos behind the album was conquering life, going through the obstacles, asking Jah or God for the listeners who aren't familiar with reggae or Rastafari for help.
Yeah.
What was the overall vibe you guys were going for with the album?
I mean, there's no overall theme to the album. Kingston City was just a project of just our views on everything that's going on around us right now, you know, because I feel like say things like how everything is a recycling motion in terms of things that were happening back in the day, how we're just seeing it happen again. So this is like the generation, our generation, how we're explaining how we feel, you know,
okay,
things that we see.
Well, with that in mind, I was curious because I listened to Protect Me, and I know you guys ran into a situation in Chicago where you lost all your equipment. Did the writing of that song have anything to do with it?
You know, honestly, that story is just based on just the things that happen. Like, that's just one obstacle that we have as just musicians, as people, you know, there's always going to be roadblocks in life. That's why I sing part of the song that said, you know, there's a bunch of roadblocks just constantly going to be in front of you, but it's just up to you to overcome it. So we're just begging Jah. Jah is just what you believe in. What's your higher belief, you know? So Jah could really be anything that whatever you pray to, pretty much, you know?
Me and my buddy, we drove down to Charlotte, North Carolina to see you guys live with Revolution at the Fillmore, and you sang the song, and we heard Jah, and we were discussing back and forth. I thought it meant God. He thought it meant marijuana. So it was a fun little back and forth.
But you see that I understand your reference, and Jah is, because basically, you know, we can go deep into religion and people's beliefs, you know, so it's more a statement of who we're begging for to protect us, you know. So whoever you believe in, that's your Jah, you know, whatever you want to call God, if you want to call Jah. God, the sunshine could be people's Jah, you know, people look up and pray for sunshine, good days, you know.
Exactly. I'm feeling the vibes. I feel like I'm back in Puerto Rico, back in Jamaica. Here's the one thing I love about you guys. You guys are the true definition of a band of brothers.
Yes.
Every time I see a video, an interview, you guys are always saying, hey, we're brothers. We're together. Nobody makes a decision without stepping. The only one that might have the final say is our father. But for the most part, this is a teamwork thing. So I was wondering, when it comes to the writing process, how do you guys help mold each other's ideas?
That process is very, very hard. It's more a vibe thing. That's how I kind of feel our songs. Because honestly, somebody could just come to me and just say, yo, this is what's on my mind. A melody or something, you know? So that's how, honestly, most of our songs came about. It's never just, oh, let's make a song. It's more the vibe just hit Steve, or the vibe just hit me, or it hit Tyre, or even my pops. Because even In the Streets, he came up with that song, In the Streets, from the first album. He was just saying, yo, there's so much things going on in the streets. Let's figure out how we can put this into the song, you know, based on what you guys see in the streets, you know?
Back to your live show, because this is what I'm raving about. You guys are so charismatic. Stefan, when I was listening to On Me and you threw in a little bit of Crazy Train, it was fantastic. The whole band is never just stale. Everyone's moving, everyone's up and down. Courtney Jr., you're up on the drums, you're back and forth, you're away from the drums, but you're still playing the drums. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen, and it said online that when you were touring with Colin Buddz, it helped redefine how you guys performed. How do you guys learned from performing with him how to do your stage show?
Well, basically, going out on the road with him, we were exposed to, like, a bunch of different audiences, like, wider than we could ever imagine, you know? So it was like, we just took everything from where we went, cultures of people and the vibe that they like. Because we like finding out and researching different cultures and different types of music and styles, too, you know? What affects people. You know, it's just different how when you relax with certain artists and just chill with certain artists and vibe what they listen to and see why they vibe that type of music. It's really a deep experience, you know. So we take all those experiences. When we went with Colin Buddz to Europe, we went to some venue in Italy, and I was just like, okay, I don't think they're really going to understand what we're going to say. So we're going to have to figure out how to make the music speak.
Okay.
Those are the kind of things that we always try to figure out. Like, because honestly, it's really the music that brings the vibes. The lyrics are the powerful message, but you still need the music under it to, like, soothe the people and get them into the vibe, you know?
Exactly. On Me is my favorite song. I love it. When you guys play it live, something about it just takes the whole crowd. Do you guys remember writing it? And do you remember who came up with the idea to put a little bit of Crazy Train's intro in it?
This is one of the songs we have to big up one of our good brethren from New York. His name is Kerry Mellors. Like, he plays in this band, Anthem, and he's a great singer, and he also produces. So he actually produced that song for us. So we were just going to, in the time we were making Kingston University, we just was like, we wanted to capture something new. Like, let's not play the instruments. Let's see what somebody could create for us in watching our live show. So we made him watch our live show and say, yo, what can you do with what you see on stage, you know? We went in the studio and he was playing the beat. I was like, all right, this beat could work. And then it switched into the reggae thing. And then he had this melody. I was like, oh, then won't you back it up on me, girl? I was like, yo, this melody is fire right here. So I just went in there and I spit it. And then from there, like, we wrote our verses after that. But he came up with the melody for the chorus. The Crazy Train, he came up with the idea too. Like, we played a show one day, we were playing that song, and he is a guitarist as well. He came on the stage and he started playing it. And I was like, yo, this is fire. Like, you got to put this in the set, like, as on top of the song, you know, to add the sound, because it's a familiar sound.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, like, even if you don't know the Ozzy Osbourne Crazy Train song, you know that intro.
Yeah, and for the first part of it, we didn't even know it was Crazy Train. We were just like, oh, what's this? Oh, okay. Like, the whole crowd was starting to get into it. It was like, yo, let's go. And
Definitely. That's the type of vibe that we like to bring. Like, I like, just like how you feel, I like that. Because me, as a DJ, that's, like, my job as a DJ, to make the people feel good with the music that I play and how I play it, you know? I always like playing that song. That's a song that it's hard for us to say, yeah, let's take it out the set. It's really hard because the energy is super crazy, you know?
The one thing I keep on seeing, that you guys are influenced by all types of music. There's not one genre, one person that takes precedence over all, which I think is how music should be. But I was wondering, for a lot of people I talk to, there's always one musician that gets you interested in learning about music. Was there a particular artist that sparked your imagination for music and then you rolled with everything?
Honestly, with music, it's always changing. Like, you really have to be around us to see what we really listen to, because we listen to music so wide. Like, we can honestly just be listening to, like, Drake all day. Just because we listen to music for different reasons, you know, like Drake's production, to us, like, one of the best productions. And then we'll listen to a different version of Sun is Shining from Bob Marley. Just a totally different, not the standard version, you know? Just to listen, why did he do that in another spectrum, you know? Like, he totally changed the song, the music behind it. So we listen to music for different reasons.
It's hard to find people that just have it as a band. It's so hard to be a band in general, and you guys have it.
Thank you, man.
I'm just so awestruck to be speaking with you. Speaking of that, you guys are incredibly friendly to fans. I know you guys are called the Young Vets because you've toured so much. You've been all over, and yet you guys are still young considering for the music business. The one thing I love is I've sent friend requests to you guys on Facebook. Not only do you accept them, but you talk back. Like to hear, I hit you up. I was like, bro, I saw you down south, and you were like, bro, thanks for the love. Thank you for the vibes. I think that's so cool that you guys are still ingraining with your fans. And to hear, to me, you're like the king of social media right now. Because every time you post something, it's always like, yo, I need to chill with him. You know, he's got a little something on the side. They're always playing dominoes in the tour bus. I can only imagine what it's like on your tour bus because it's got to be fantastic.
It is what it is. It's comfortable, but how we maintain is just the love of the music, and we'll always remain humble and regular people, always, because I always look at it like I don't understand how certain people can even get ungrateful for you, because there always could be a situation where there's nobody there, you know?
Right.
So you have to be, to me, and the whole group is like a blessing to have people there for you and embrace the music that you created. I would love to give everybody a hug or a high five and say thank you for coming to enjoy what we do. You know, our music came from Brooklyn, New York, and to travel anywhere, even to play in Brooklyn or New York City, is a blessing, you know?
Yeah. What is the best piece of advice you have given or have been given?
Maybe have been given is always best. It's really hard to call that for yourself, but you give advice to somebody, you know? But I feel like overall for the group, us being a family and sticking together, because one time we had this guy come out and he only came out just because we were a family, not even for the music.
Wow, that's great.
And he came up straight up to us and he was like, yo, I respect what you guys are doing. I just came here to see if this was true, that it's a father up here with his 3 sons.
Wow.
That, and then people come up to us all the time, because it's crazy that a lot of people that come out to the shows are musicians. And it's so crazy, like people come up to us and say, yo, I'm a guitarist, I play in the band with my brother. And I'm like, so they're so inspired that we're a family doing it. And a lot of people would love to play music with their family or even be with their family doing something they love, you know? So as a group, I feel like that's one of our biggest inspirations onto people. One of the big inspiration onto us, Paris Hammond, somebody as a legend telling you, you guys, please don't stop, period.
That's great.
Coming from somebody like that, and really powerful that somebody could say 3 simple words and you're looking at this person kind of like he's the man, Jimi Hendrix or Michael Jackson telling a young singer, like, please don't stop what you're doing.
I can only
imagine. That's like super inspirational for something. And then he's watching you perform. It's not like he's just coming up to you randomly and saying that, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like a super blessing for all of us. You know?
I cannot stress it enough. These guys are amazing. I'm going to say the best reggae band out there now.
Thank you.
Don't forget to check out New Kingston. They are on tour currently. They're in Washington, Seattle tonight at the Showbox. And I would strongly suggest you don't just pick up 1, not 2, but all 3 of their albums. In the Streets, Kingston University, and their masterpiece, Kingston City. Hey, guys, before we let you go, can we get an ID from you guys?
Yes, I see you.
Yeah, man, this is New Kingston. And we're hanging out, chilling with 89.1. Big up, Jamming Ninja. Bless up, this is New Kingston. See?
Thank you so very much. We appreciate it. That's New Kingston, and we're going to play their great live show song, On Me, on 89.1 WYBF.